Okay guys, this is Cruise Roy with the FW450 Flywing, and I've been messing around with, I just want to put all my Flywing products onto my Futaba radio. The FW200 already has a available RX to run on Futaba, but the Flywing does not. It works off of FR Sky radios and RXs. So you can either use a real expensive 63OB or 8SB or that, or what they have is, let me just show you this real quick, is this is a Corona R6FA, and it's also S-Bus. Alright, and here's my H1 Lite that I use for programming and testing and all that stuff. So it's plugged into the RC in. All the switches work. The receiver is green. It's bound to the Futaba, and I want to kind of put this light in the way here. See if I can go over the settings real quick. So I did my switches in color code. All right, the red one back here is for your motor off and motor on. All right. Let me do one thing here. I want to connect it to my PC, make sure everything's working properly. But I use the red switch for the motor on, motor off, and you can see I set my timer. I have a reset back here for the timers. I just reset it. The yellow is inverted, kind of in the same position that it would be on the stock radio. My green lever here is the GPS. So we have home. As you can see, it's in purple. We go to GPS, it's going to blink because I'm inside. And then when I drop it down to 3D, it's blue. Okay? So I just color coded my sticks because the Flywings are all the same. The FW200 is a little bit different on the color codes, but I might do a video on that later. But what I wanted to do first is show you a few things on a Futaba radio. We're going to go in the linkage menu and model type, and of course you have to pick airplane, and that's what this is set for, airplane. Okay, now I already selected the model. I changed the name. I mean, you look up Futaba. If you have a Futaba, you know how to do that. All right. What I also want to show you is functions. All right, so gear is number 5. That's the SC switch, the most common. It's kind of set up the same way as you would set up the FR Sky radio. Let's go to page 2, and you have channel 7, 8, and 9 are SF, FSB, and SD. All right, that's basically all you have to do on the functions. As for servo reverse, Flywing has some videos on which is reversed and normal. There's one other one here, is the elevator on this Futaba. It has to be reversed, and it could be the Corona causing that problem. I can try it with the Futaba, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay here. Everything is perfect, but the elevator is reversed, the throttle is reversed, and the gear channel is reversed. Everything else is okay. It just stays normal like this, all right? So we go back, and what I wanted to talk about was this ADDI mode. You know, I was wondering how I would get that. The FR Sky radio is pretty simple. You know, you whip it open, turn it on. You know what I mean? You just kind of go, oh, okay, let me unlock it. All right, let me go to fly mode. Let me drop the switch down, and I can just change this number here, and voila, it works with the FR Sky receiver. I don't have that. That ain't the way a Futaba is set up, or a Spectrum, or whatever. So what happens is you have to go into endpoints. All right. Now everything works off the gear channel. We're going to come down. You can see the light is blue. You can see that it's lit. And you can see that if Futaba is set up for limits at 135 and 135, I can also go to 150 on either of the limits. On the travel end, you just keep it at 100. You can boost the 100 to 110. I think it's a good idea with Flywing. If you have any trouble, you just boost them up to 110. That's what they do with the FW200 to kind of get the switches in the right place. But I just wanted to show you on the gear channel, what you do is you work with endpoints and sub-trims. If you were in the middle working with trying to get the slider in the right place on the software, you would work with a sub-trim. But as for up switch and down switch, you have to work for the limits. So on 135 here, I'm going to click that. I'm going to drop it. Now watch the light over here. I'm going to drop it quickly. Alright, 65, we're in the red, but I'm also watching the slider on the software. It's not in the right position, and I know that. So I'm going to drop it down again to 55, drop it down again. I'm at 45, and I'm going to drop it again. I'm at 35. The number I need to be at to be in the proper position is 28. Alright, but it hasn't been tested yet, but 28 seems to be the perfect spot. Let me get out of the endpoints. I'm back to my Futaba radio. If I turn the motor on, let's go back up here. We have the home is still purple, GPS is blinking because I'm inside, and we got ADDI mode on the switch down. And also to show you, if I turn the run channel on, I have my timers working. I didn't want it working off the throttle because the minute she starts firing up, she's using battery juice. Alright, turn it off, hit the reset, and I hope this helps someone else. If they had a Futaba radio, I'll probably do the FW200 sometime in the future. But this is Cruz Roy with the FW450 with a fast compatible Corona receiver, and you can use Futaba receivers too, it doesn't matter. And you swap it out with the FR Sky and you throw the FR Sky radio away. This is Cruz Roy. I hope I learned something, and I'm out of here.